Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I've got my coffee. I've got my water. I have the internet open. What more could a girl possibly ask for? Am I right? Happy Saturday. It's going to be a great day. I am eager to find out good morning, what is going on the internet this morning. It was sure an active night last night. And if you're not already thinking about it, you be sure and drop by Fort Worth at my table tonight. It's going to be a sexy AUA. Ask us anything. And we would love to just have you say hi. We'd love to have you stop by and ask us a question. We'd love to have you stop by and just show us the very cool places where you hang out on Saturday nights. We are all for any of these things and more. So we would love to hear from you and see your face if possible this this evening. We're doing that live 9 Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I leave my therapist. That's just funny. Little Twitter X humor this morning for our Saturday morning. Whew. I feel like we are going to see more of this slunched over, slouched posture in aging adults than ever before, because we're all like right here all the time or at our computers in a way that no generation before us has been. It is scary. I had one aunt growing up that had this slouched over, like the hunch thing, the kind of the back thing, and all I can figure is she was a secretary when she was young. But I think that's going to be the norm if we're not very cautious about that. So, that's going to be a big deal. The blind leading the blind. Okay. This is a really good list. 30 life hacks I wish I knew at 20. This has been making the rounds through the feed for probably about a week now. I keep seeing it, but if you have not seen it, seek it out. Philosophy Sage is the one who's sharing it right now, but it is so good. And it's just a lot of the basics that you probably already know, and half of which you may already be doing. I hope so, but if not, check it out. It is so good. That's not what I wanted to do. Optimize your time. So I already had that one on the screen. Go up. This is so good. Write down your 3 plan. Avoid checking your phone first thing in the morning. Follow Japan's 80% rule. Eat until you're only 80% full. Americans would not know what to do with themselves. They would think they were starving to death. So good. This is good. Stop looping. Ask powerful questions. If you're like me, you rerun things over in your mind. Often these loops do not serve us. So when you catch yourself in a loop, ask, is this useful? Will I care about this in a year? That is one of my favorite philosophies to take on, both in relationships, like love relationships, in parental relationships, in all kinds of scenarios where, kind of the autopilot is to get irritated and aggravated and mad about it. Is this going to matter even in an hour? Is this going to matter next week? Will I even remember this ever happened a year from now? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Is it worth getting upset about? Usually no. It just doesn't. I mean, there are so many things that we spend so much time and energy on that have no bearing on anything, nothing. A hard life makes you strong and indestructible. An easy life will kill you at the first sign of trouble. Think Batman. That's true. There are a lot of guys who did not have a strong father figure, did not have have not learned how to deal with challenges, and it shows. A lot of challenges, and on the other hand, a lot of challenges, a hard life for females, that also shows. Completely different. All right, let's get off of this list and into the real world. My For You page. I love it. I love it. Let's see. This, you guys know, hot women that are tatted up just confuse me. Do they confuse you? This girl's face doesn't match her body, though. I will say, I don't think her face matches her body, but that's just my take. She's a little softer than this body would indicate. But even if she's heavily filtered or whatever the combination, what do you think? If you undress this lovely girl, if this girl showed up to a date with you, to a first meetup, and she's dressed in a sophisticated way, she's covered up, you're not seeing any of these tattoos. This is a real question. I have a real fascination about this. And then you bang, first, second night, whatever, and you uncover all of these random large swaths of her body covered in not even like delicate looking tattoos. These are pretty dark. Like this is very masculine tattooing. So my question is this a distraction? Is this a distraction to you? I'm fascinated by this. I think more and more it's not, but I'm still fascinated by it because just the asymmetry of it, the, beauty. Yeah, too much ink. I mean, I agree. It's just, Fort Worth always says it best when he says, no girl was ever made more beautiful by permanently tattooing things on their bodies. Like, even if you like tattoos, even if you, and I'm not anti-tattoo, I'm anti-distraction, like things that don't make things more attractive. So anyway, okay. I obsess over tattoos on these gorgeous girls way too much. That is beautiful. That looks like, that looks like Destin or something. That is so, take me there. That is gorgeous. I'm one of those who visits the beach and takes so many pictures of the water and the sunrise and the sunset and the surf and the birds that my phone just gets filled with like scenery photos. It's great. You ought to see me in the snow though. It's even more so. Let's see. Blocking is pointless when people can easily have multiple accounts. That's very true. That's an excellent point. Okay, so something that's been circulating is talking about removing the block feature, except for DMs, from Twitter X. And everybody's been commenting on it. So I guess like it's gotten everybody like up in arms. But it's true. If you have multiple accounts, you can see people's stuff anyway. So it truly is a pointless feature as long as the people can't get to you directly. And trust me, I've certainly been one to block people whenever I need to, but let's see. Where are you? Don't worry, I'm going home. We're at your place. Set yourself up to win in the mornings, guys. And I think that the biggest thing that people do to work against themselves is to be regimented Monday through Thursday or Friday, but then let everything fall off for the weekend. You can undo a whole week of having a little bit of self-control, having a little bit of consistency, having a little bit of good habits. You can ruin your whole week of all of that by not paying any attention to your good habits, to your positive productivity, to your lifting, to your eating, your exercise, your reading, your accomplishing things. Just by letting that go for a weekend, you can truly just fuck yourself on all the great things that you've accomplished for the week. Don't do that. It's a terrible way to live. And then, it just slingshots back, it boomerangs back. And then on Monday, you're back at the grind. And it truly is a grind. Instead of just being consistent every day with your good habits, talking to cute girls every single time you see them, not just sometimes, not just when you feel like it. Talk to cute girls all the time. Eat food for fuel all the time. Not just on the weekdays, not just at lunch, not just starting your day with a good breakfast and then letting it all fall off. Set yourself up to win in the morning. Create your own system that works best for you and then ensures the most success productivity-wise, health-wise, relationship-wise, and work with it and stick with it every single day. Words of wisdom from Stephen's story. Ryan Stevens, it's your 39th birthday. Oh my gosh. Thank God. I thought he had 39 tips for us. Those kind of get old. What to say during sex. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. I love it. Guys, if your girl's not vocal during sex, and if you would enjoy her being a little bit vocal, just encourage her. She may not know that she can be. She may think that is a slutty thing to do. Great ways to encourage her. Do you like that? Does that feel good? Just start asking her questions, or telling her that you want to hear her come, that you want her to tell you when she's coming. Like, however it is that you need to speak up with your girl and let her know that you want to hear her talk a little bit, that you want to hear her moan, that you want to hear her pleasure. Let her know. Girls don't know. And if they don't know, they will do nothing. Then you end up with starfish, quiet, sex in the dark in missionary position. Whew. No IQ test this early in the morning, Ryan. Sorry. Let's see. When you have a hunting dog, we also live in Florida. I train my dog how to catch lobster. Oh my. I'm not even a fan of lobster, but that's an impressive skill. Office goals. I love this house porn channel, and I'd rather have the snow than the beach, but that is amazing. I'll take that. Who follows me on IG? Nope. Saturday mornings are a strange place on this site. Am I right? Triple net investor. Okay. If you guys have been around us long, you know about this time of year. Every single year, Fort Worth and I get really cranky about the weather. Now, I've lived in the South, I've lived in the North, I've lived in the Northeast of the United States. You know, I've lived in a lot of wonderful places. I've lived in Wisconsin. I've lived a lot of wonderful places, and I love Texas. I do. But I'm telling you guys that the weather is trying to kill us, and we're cranky about it. And I know that it's just as warm now as it was like when we were kids, but the older we get, do you guys feel this? The older you get, the like less tolerant you are of like extreme temperatures like this, and the more you want to complain about it. And every single summer I like go through this whole regimen of heat acclimating and like making sure that I am like as tolerant as can be to the weather outside and the sun trying to kill me at every stage. And yet every year about this time, I'm just over it. I'm done. Because the climate is so shitty, it was offset by the low cost of living. Yeah, seriously. All right. This is the best selfie ever. Oh my gosh. Happy Catterday, guys. I'm just having a fun time this morning. This is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna just retweet this right now because this is funny. I'm sorry, not retweet. I'm reposting. That is a good one. I like that. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's actually talk about some attraction stuff. Let's talk about dick pics. If a girl that you've not slept with yet, don't send her a dick pic. Like, don't do it. This sounds like it's an obvious thing, and yet you guys send me dick pics. I don't know you. We haven't slept together. Like, this is you guys send dick pics like girls send, like selfies down the cleavage next to a Bible verse. You send them with such regularity and with such enthusiasm that it's shocking. I've been saying since 2018, don't send dick pics, and you guys keep doing it. I don't understand the mentality. I know that you're impressed. I know that when you're hard or whatever, and you see a remote control or a cup or a Coke can, and you just want to compare them, and you want to take a picture of it because it's impressive. But why would you send it to someone that's essentially a stranger, or even someone just shocking? Like, here's the problem with dick pics. There are so many problems with dick pics. But even if you are actually banging a girl, first of all, girls are just more attractive. Girls' bodies are soft and supple and curvy, and they're meant to be beautiful. Girls' bodies are built to be beautiful. Men's bodies are kind of meant for like work, like ruggedness, and they're not meant to be. You guys are not all like David, like chiseled in stone, okay? You're hot. It's arousing, but it's more of an in-person arousal. Dick pics don't really generally do it. If your girl is asking for one and you send one, that's literally the only, and everybody else says that that's a shit test, and it kind of is. But at the same time, if a girl actually asks to see your dick. They actually want, like, if here's where this is a perfect scenario. You and your girl aren't together in person. You're having a text conversation. You're talking about what you want to do to each other. You're doing a lot of like sex play, sexting. You know, you're talking about arousing things that are getting you both going. You're looking forward to seeing one another and the next time you get to fuck. So it's hot, it's heavy. It's like everybody's getting juicy, right? In that moment, if she asks for a dick pic, she wants to see, here's what she's asking for. She wants to see how aroused you are by her and by this conversation and by this anticipation to get together. She wants to see it then. So that's the only time that I'm a fan of the dick pic. But you guys are sending them to girls you don't even know, girls that you aren't banging. Last but not least, if you send a dick pic that is unsolicited, that's inevitably when it pops up on our phone at the worst possible time. Don't ever send an unsolicited dick pic, like ever, because it will pop up just when she's in a meeting, just when she's with her kids, just when she's with her mom, just when she's with her ex-husband, just when she's out on a date, because you're not the only one that she's seeing and she's not the only one you're seeing. You name it, it's a bad idea. Only ever in the scenario where you're hot, you're heavy, and it actually fits, and she asks for it. Because then she's expecting it. She's hoping for it, okay? She's watching for it. Don't send dick pics. You guys, seriously, don't do it. Oh, let's see. The fact that our planet doesn't get heavier with buildings because all the material. Okay. This is hilarious. I keep seeing this one. Sex, no experience. Guys, even if you don't have any sexual experience, and this doesn't really apply to this post, but it keeps making me think about it every time I've seen this picture pop up in the last few days. If you have little to no experience with women, you can still have enough education to feel more confident and comfortable. Just because you don't have a ton of experience doesn't mean you can't approach women with confidence and at least know the general rules and areas to hit, okay? Fake it till you make it works, even in sex, to an extent. Now, you don't have to say that you're like a sex god if you are a virgin. Bad idea. But you can learn. I've got Fuck Like a Porn Star the book. I've got Fuck Like a Porn Star the course. I've got Make Her Squirt. I've got Threesome. I've got a book about the female orgasm. I've got What Women Really Want. All of these are great tools, and that's just in my arsenal. There are others, right down to just plain old biology books. There are so many resources and tools for learning better ways to have sexual intimacy with women so that it locks her in on you, and then you can have relationship in time. But if you don't have experience with women, and I don't think that anyone that's watching this right now is falling into this camp, but if you don't, there are ways to learn. And I encourage you to do so, because you wouldn't jump into a financial decision or a business choice without doing the research. Don't jump into this without it either. I love this meme and what everybody says. I wish everybody would say this meme, share this meme with, or this picture is not even a meme, with their unpopular opinion. Pulling out is a more effective means of birth control than condoms, and it's not even close. It's definitely more pleasurable feeling. I do not like condoms. I'm not a fan. They deaden the sensation. You don't feel from a female perspective, you don't feel like that the ridges and the sexiness of a dick. From a male perspective, I would think it would seriously like desensitize or deaden the sensation of the pussy or wherever you're in. I mean, I'm not a fan. Pull out bra. That's pretty good. I don't know about its effectiveness as a birth control method, though. Holy cow. Ivan Strahovski. I'll take it. Wood. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't like new stuff. Zach, I just want to see your food, man. It's so delicious. Let's see. One more thing. Let's see what we can find. Barbecue machine. No. Fresh and Fit just changed their name to Free and Fucked. I saw something last night indicating that they've that their revenues dropped off, that something happened there. I completely missed it because Fresh and Fit is just not on my radar. People reference it, but I don't have a clue what they're talking about. And I've never watched it. Oh my gosh. This is the perfect way to end this morning. Guy just rolling up and putting a suction cup dildo on his head. That's fucking hilarious. All right. Enough of this nonsense for this morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for stopping by and being awesome. Okay. One more thing. Tonight, in 14 hours from now, we've got Fort Worth and I have got our kind of drinks with Fort Worth and Bunny. We're going to do a Ask Us Anything. You can ask questions. You can just stop by and say hi. You can join in the chat box. You can join live on video. We can pull you up on the screen with us, and I will share a link if you want to do that. We want you to drop by, whether you're just showing us the very cool nightclub, bar, outdoor bonfire that you are hanging out on after Saturday night. Or if you genuinely have questions or things that you'd like to run by us or just ask us about. We are super excited about our live video and chat AUA. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very sexy. And we're essentially going to take questions and videos for as long as you send them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. It's kind of like a date night in for us. So I hope that you can tune in live, even if you just drop by and say, hey, it's kind of like if you ran into us at a bar and you just kind of drop by the table, have a drink, and go on about your merry way. So thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope to see you live tonight. Go lift heavy things, have sex, be productive.